Well, hello, hello, hello. The show will be starting. That is, I'm right, I'm right. Will be starting live in approximately 4 minutes, and you will be able to see Jill and I right here on I'm Right, I'm Right. So please stand by.
Greetings,
Woo!
greetings, greetings, everyone. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
That's all you got?
Hello.
Is that all you got?
That is all I have. That's all I have. Oh, look, we don't know for
you can see
sure,
us.
whether you can see, hear us, or anything right now, everything it seems to be working crazy. The more complicated things get with all we do here, the harder it is to tell what's going on. But we're trying to get on it to see what's happening, and then we will go from there. But right now, it seems like we are not putting out anything. So if anyone is there and you're watching on the website or Jill's website, or if you are watching on Facebook or something, please give us, especially if you're on Facebook watching, please give us a shout out in the comments so we know.
So that we understand if we're on or not.
Yes, because
We are recording, but we don't. That's all we know.
yeah, we know we're recording. We know it's supposed to be live, but we can't tell this evening whether it is going out like it's supposed to. Everything is telling us it's not where it's supposed to be. And we can't tell. So I don't know what to do. We don't know whether to continue with the show or stop and start all over, which is such a trip because usually we see it showing up on our other monitor here and we're not seeing it. So sorry for the inconvenience. If anyone is watching.
And I'm looking at a computer. If you're wondering, like, what is Jill looking at? I'm trying to understand what is happening.
Yes. So the only thing we know we can do is to maybe stop the show and start it again. Yeah, it looks like maybe the show wasn't, well, I don't know what the problem is. But we are sorry for this inconvenience. So,
What to do?
what to do?
It's live.
We do
We
not
are
know.
live.
We're at 8:02 and it is still not going out as far as we can tell. So, Jill, I think the best thing we can do is stop and try to start again if you want. You want to do that, Jill?
Yes. Unless somebody tells us.
There.
Oh,
you do hear us.
So Charlie says he hears and sees us.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
at least
Thank
we
you,
know we're
Charlie.
on Facebook, I believe. Okay.
Yeah, because it's not showing up
It's not showing up at all
anywhere
for us.
on our stuff. So thank you, because we
Yes,
were
thank you, Charlie.
lost. We're going to need to figure out why it is not showing up like it's supposed to for us.
That's right. We'll figure it out.
All right.
But at least we're here. We are here.
Yes. So, Jill, are we going to get started with
Let's
this
do.
show?
Let's
Are
do
we
before
actually-
something else happens. Oh my goodness.
Well, that wasn't too long. It was about 2 minutes. We didn't know what the heck was going on.
That's
so.
right.
But
Oh, so Charlie says we're on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you, Charlie. We appreciate that.
All right, cool.
Okay, so let's go forward.
We're going forward.
Okay. So did we even say who we are? Like this is
Well-
I'm right.
We didn't. We got to start all over. Wait a minute. Here we go.
All right. Greetings, everyone. This is
Greetings.
I'm right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova.
And
Yes, I am.
yes.
yes, I am.
And tonight we are talking about work spouses. Yay!
What
work
about
spouses.
work spouses, Jill? What in the world?
Well,
What?
it's part of a segment that we call.
We call segments.
We have to,
Stand by your stance.
Ooh, Ooh, stand by your stance. Stand by your stance. That is what we're doing this evening. So,
So, have you ever had a work spouse?
me?
And by the way, for to make sure that we're all on the same page, a work spouse is someone you work with, obviously, and you're not married to them, and allegedly you're not in a
Sexual relationship.
yes, like you're not dating or anything like that. But you trust this person, and you do everything together well, usually, in the workplace. So, have you ever had? Oh, well, I guess I'm your work spouse and your real spouse these days.
Technically, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, guess technically you are. But as far as working in a job, as many of you know, I worked for myself most of my life, so I didn't. I never had a work spouse. I did when I was an architectural draftsman. I had a female coworker that we worked side by side, and we were really close. But I wouldn't say, like work spouse. I don't even think they had that term back then.
Well, that's part of what
actually.
I'm going to talk about is the term itself.
Okay.
I've only had one work spouse, and that was fairly recent. Like, I don't know, how many years ago? 2019, maybe?
I don't know what too recent.
and it
It's
was
over
one-
10 years ago.
And it was, well, 2019
Oh.
wasn't 10 years ago.
Well, I thought you meant someone else at some. Anyway, we won't get into that. We will
Who are
not.
you talking about?
It would make you angry if I told you who I was talking about.
I have no idea who you're talking about. So, guess what we'll be talking about after the show, everybody? But the one that I'm talking about, we just worked on one event together. Do you know who I'm talking about? We worked on one event.
Yes.
You were there too.
Yes.
And someone told him that we were work spouses, and he loved it. The other person did.
Yeah, he really did.
He
like
really
it.
liked that.
But the both of you, because I could stay and watch. I would watch you two work together, and even over the phone, and even
Yes, we had many many meetings.
Woo wee.
What? What happened?
They were definitely work spouses.
I don't know what that means. I mean, because
Yeah, Jill and I don't even interact like those two did. Oh my
but
goodness.
see, that's what I mean. Like my real life spouse, I'm sure we work differently than he and I did.
Yes. The dynamic was completely different.
Yes, yes. Well, earlier this week, I posted a poll on LinkedIn asking people if they thought having a work spouse is a good thing, and I said yes, no, or it depends on the people involved. So most people, 60%, said it depends on the people involved. And I'm sure that the reason they said that is because there's a connotation that goes with work spouses. The two people involved usually are, hey, we're just really close. We're just really close, and we work well together, and I trust this person and everything. But we know that sometimes that turns into more of a relationship. A bigger relationship. So people sometimes are looking at them, with the side eye, like, I know they're more. I know that they're more than what they're saying, So I think that that's why people mostly said, the majority said, it depends on the people involved, because some people can truly work together well and do that. And that's the term they choose to use. They are very proud to use that term. But I advocate for calling it what it is, which is a coworker you get along with, or maybe they're a friend. But why do we have to add the word spouse? I don't know
it's
that.
it's a closer relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's a closer relationship between these two people, because maybe they work like fantastically together. I mean, they get stuff done, you know, everything just works perfectly. But then some work spouses will argue like have these heated discussions and debates.
Like I'm right. They would have I'm right in the workplace.
Yes, in the workplace. So, and people are like, that's how the term got started because they're interacting like, you know, husband and wife, like a husband and wife.
Do we interact like that? I mean, I know we have a show called I'm Right, I'm Right.
Well, I am right. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, if people saw us work in the office, you know, while we work in the office together, and now you're doing your job and I'm doing
so we're not really
whatever.
working
We're
together.
just working in the same office doing, but sometimes if I'm doing stuff that has to do with these shows, you know, I might ask Jill a question or something like that, you know, to you know, see what's going on. So I don't know. That's that, Jill.
Thank you, Charlie. Charlie is everywhere. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate this. He put the LinkedIn poll in the comments, so thank you for that.
Oh yes, thank you, Charlie.
That shows that because I think you can. I think it's still live.
We'd be lost without Charlie.
I know, right?
This is really Charlie. It's doing all of this, and he also has several podcasts actually. But he should be one of our producers,
right? You're hired, Charlie. Now,
yeah. So where were we?
So we were talking about, you know, that sometimes it becomes a little more than that.
Yes.
Right. So my stance is I don't think the term work spouse works for me or the concept even. If I get along with people at work, that's great. I love that. But I either call them my colleague that I get along well with or my coworker or something like that. Once I had a boss that wanted us to be work spouses, and I'm like, how does that work exactly? Because you're the boss, which means, well, anybody who knows me knows I don't really follow orders very well. But if he had given me orders, there was the expectation that I was supposed to follow them. So that would not have worked for me. Especially if I didn't agree with.
But now let's talk about some you know, some marriages. Like in some marriages, you know, one of the spouse is like the boss, and boss is the other one. And it doesn't matter whether that person is male or female or what type of relationship it is, but one person may be really bossy, right? And that can happen in the workplace too. So you might have your boss that's bossy, and your boss can be fine with being calling, you know, you two a work spouses, because they're bossy anyway, you know. So that dynamic is
like
just
the
like
term
home.
bossy because I think when women are called that, it's bad, and when men are called that, it's supposed to be like yay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've never liked the word bossy.
Yeah, but
a boss is supposed to supervise, right? So
that's right. That's
so
right.
I don't think work spouses can have those dynamics. I think you have to be peers for it to work well, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And Charlie is working. He says, Deb Ramos, thanks for joining us. So thank you, Deb, for joining us.
Yes, Deb Ramos. Hello.
Yes. So thank you. Well, so that's my stance. My stance is it's not for me, but if that works for you, the word and the concept, go for it. Then that makes the workplace a better place for you, anyway.
I see.
And what's your stance?
Well, my stance is, you know, if all parties are okay with it, what's the harm?
What is the harm?
There's no harm.
Yeah, if you're getting along, you're getting along.
You know, as long as you don't go past that work spouse
But some
type title.
work spouses become real spouses. What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
but I've known places where people have had a work spouse and then they started having an affair.
Oh, well, that's no. We don't want you to have an affair.
No, no affairs at
That's
work.
different. That's different.
Yeah, so that's how it goes.
Charlie says, I like work spouses as a go to at work. Yes, it does work for that because, often in the workplace, at least from my experience as a black woman, I don't trust a lot of people. And
You don't.
usually for good reason. So if you have,
You don't.
so if you have,
You don't trust a lot of
I
people.
don't. I have. I don't know. I guess I have trust issues at work,
Really?
but it's because of things that have happened. So that's that. But as Charlie says, if you have someone that you can go to, it's your go to. Then yes, I support that wholeheartedly.
Okay. All right. That's understandable.
It helps you through the day.
Yeah. That can be a good thing. Yeah, it can be.
Yep.
Yep.
All
So-
right. Well, let's get to our next segment that we call.
I'm trying to help you.
Yes. I am trying to help you. Let me help you out a little bit.
So we try to, in this segment, to offer some advice. Not that we're experts or anything, but we try to offer some advice related to the topic. So we thought we would, well, first of all, before we just offer you unsolicited advice, does anyone have a question about what they would like us to give them advice about? And if you do, what should they do, sweetheart, if they want to talk to us?
Okay. So if you want to talk to us now, I think we might still be having some technical difficulties, but if you're watching from our website, all you have to do is you should see a button that says "Be on the show" or "Donate." So you would click that button, and then it'll pull up another button and click the one that says "Be on the show." You'll see a QR code, but you don't have to scan it, and just click that "Be on the show" and then follow the prompts, and you will be on the show probably within 1 minute. And we'll see you when you're successful at pushing those buttons. So come on.
But you
on
can
and
also,
say
as
something,
Charlie's
but-
been doing, you could also type a message to us.
Yes, you can.
If you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, you can
yes. And
type a comment and we'll see it.
If you just want to be on the show using your cell phone, you can scan this QR code like right now. Just scan the
Get out of the
QR code. I'm trying to knock you out, Jill, putting that QR code on your head.
Tony's gonna
so-
knock me out.
Okay, let's get it off your head. All right, the QR code is no longer on your head. All right. So,
Thank you.
yes, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, just go ahead and scan that QR code with your phone if that's the way you want to be on the show, and follow the prompts, and you will be on the show in no time. Yes.
Yes.
So that's what you can do.
Yes. So, while we wait to see if anyone has a question about anything related to relationships, let's talk about how do you have. We think that work spouses is all about having better connections with people in the workplace. So, what's your advice for people to have better workplace connections?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
What am I going to do with you? I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Well, yes, I do have something to say on that subject.
You do?
Yes, it's very simple though. Respect. Respect. Learn to respect one another, and not to belittle anyone at your workplace. And it will provide for a better relationship. So maybe the relationship that wasn't so strong will be become stronger when you show people in the workplace, especially someone you work really close with more respect and listen. Really listen, because some people get in the workplace and it's my way or the highway, or I only do it this way. But listen, because someone might have a better way to do something, or to work together on something in a better way. And that will strengthen that bond. So listen and respect. That's what I have to say about that.
Well, I second that sentiment. That,
Hey, so I'm right.
that it's all about, I just agree with you, that it's all about respecting communication whatever relationship you have. And even when you disagree with someone or think that that there's a better way to do something, it's all about the presentation. It's all about how you say it. Mm-hmm. Even in emails.
Oh.
I can't tell you how many emails I have read throughout my career where I'm like,
well,
did you really want to say that on paper?
Actually, I won't say where or when you did this, Jill, but you did teach a course on workplace emails, didn't you? What was it called?
It was supposed to be a course about corporate communication, internal corporate communication. And that's what it started out as. But what I found was that people they wanted to know more about how to write emails that said what they needed to say, but were also respectful. And so we spent most of our time on that, which surprised me. But I was happy that they asked, because it's all about delivery and presentation.
Okay.
And as Charlie says, he says, I think it takes a while to get the understanding and respect. True.
Yeah.
But once you establish it, he's had good experiences with it. That's true. And quite frankly, there are some places I've worked where that never did happen. Never did. Never did.
It be like that.
Sometimes.
Be like that.
Sometimes it does.
Yep.
So yes, communication is key. But again, I say that's about with every relationship that you have. Delivery of presentation, even if it's a difficult conversation or bad news even. And I think you earn respect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good advice, Jill.
And Charlie also says, I think work spouses should communicate face-to-face or with phone conversations, no texting. I have been in many workplaces where the work spouses in the office were messaging each other back and forth and accidentally sent it to the people they were talking about.
Ooh.
So there's that too.
That's like reply all, right?
Thank you, Charlie. Charlie has a show he has to get to. And again, this is Really Charlie podcast. So make sure you check him out too. He's on most platforms, Facebook. I think you're on YouTube.
Yeah, he's
I know you're
everywhere.
on LinkedIn and Facebook. So go listen to Charlie as well. Too.
All right.
So thank you, Charlie.
Thanks again for coming. And our show is almost over.
It's almost over.
Anyway,
It's only a half-hour show. So shall we get to our last segment?
Our last segment
That we call...
Hey.
Did you hear about this? I mean, did you hear about this? Tell them, Jill. Tell them. Man, what did they
Well,
hear
did
about
you
this?
hear that today is it's been a week, but it's culminated into today, which is National Breakup Day.
What the what? What? What?
It's
What?
National Breakup Day.
What the what? National Breakup Day.
Yes, it's
Really?
Well, I still don't know who comes up with these fake holidays, but I don't know if you can even call that a holiday, or commemorations.
Does
Maybe
that
that's
mean
a
I
better
have
way.
to break up with you
No,
today?
it does not. No.
The National
Stay
Breakup
with me now.
Day. You
Stay
break
with
up
me.
with somebody.
No, stay with me now. Stay with me.
But I'll get
It
back
was
together
started-
with you in a few minutes.
It was started by people who do not like Valentine's Day. So it's an anti-Valentine's Day thing. And they believe, well, you know, some people don't want to break up like around the holiday or certainly not on Valentine's Day. So I guess they wait a week.
That's just like, what? What?
So, but not us. In fact, maybe we should have a show about breaking up. Because sometimes you should break up with people.
Okay.
I didn't know that there was a day where everybody did it collectively, but
So
Anyway.
but no, I thought I heard something about this, and so also are people supposed to reflect on past breakups, you know,
Yes.
and see what they've learned about, you know, relationships they've had before.
yes, but I think that would, I don't want to think about my past relationships.
Oh, we should.
Well, I mean,
you don't want to
I
make
mean, I
the
know-
same mistakes over and over.
Well, no, I
and
mean,
over
but
again.
once you've learned the lesson, you know it, right?
No, not necessarily. No.
I mean, you can, I guess there are slip ups,
Jill,
but
people
and
make
hookups, but-
people make the same mistakes over and
Sure
over
they
and
do.
over again, and it can take decades to stop making the same.
but that's when they learn their
mistakes.
lesson.
Decades later,
Yeah.
maybe if they had this National Breakup Day long ago, it wouldn't take people 10 years to figure out, oh, I shouldn't choose a person like that anymore.
We're going to have another episode about this.
maybe a bad person isn't good for me. Well, I was going to say bad boy, but I don't want to limit it. So maybe a bad boy or a bad girl is not so
I don't
good
like
for
those
me.
terms
I don't
either.
like them
Words
either,
matter.
but I don't
Words
know.
matter.
I don't know, you know, what we can use. Maybe a bad person, but it doesn't have the same connotation. But you know,
Yeah. And usually, sometimes, I won't say usually, but many people that people consider bad people aren't 100% bad. And many people that people think are good people aren't 100% good either.
yeah, but you know,
So I don't like those terms.
Yeah, but when I say like a bad boy, everybody
Yeah.
understands
Yeah.
what a bad boy is, you know.
I'm a bad girl.
No, you're not. Oh, that's
You don't know.
one thing I love.
might be. I just might have kept it under, control.
It's
just
one
haven't
thing
shown it to you.
I love about you, Jill, that you're not a bad girl.
I might be. I might have just been keeping it under wraps. I might be.
Yeah. Okay,
Stay tuned to see if the bad girl comes out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay, well, we've got 2 minutes left in this show, so let's talk about. We're back next week,
Yes, we are.
and hopefully we'll be able to see that we're on. I'm happy that Charlie was here to tell us that we were.
And what's the name of our show, Jill?
It's called I'm Right.
I'm right.
That's what it's called,
That's
and
it?
it's every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. It's only a half-hour show.
Okay.
And then you have a show coming up before then.
Yes, and remember, if you didn't know, I'm also the Soul Reader. So tune into the show. Tune into the Soul Reader, which is me, and you can get a free psychic reading, and that's every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And just go to knowtobestill.com/podcast. That is
All right.
it. That's where we go.
Well,
So.
until next time.
We're gonna get on out of
Get
here,
on out.
aren't we?
Get on out.
We love you
Get
all.
on out.
Until
Get
next
on
time,
Get on out.
we'll
All
see
right.
you.
Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
watching.
Love you.
We love you all.
Love you. Bye.